And this time we're doing the expanded edition. And we're talking about birthdays. When is your real birthday? I myself, I actually have a birthday coming up in a couple weeks. So this would be a great time to talk about it. And when you look up birthdays in the Old Testament, right? The Old Testament only. Only time that is mentioned is in Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. When he was talking about Pharaoh's birthday. Alright? And that's it. That's the only time it's mentioned. So, saying that it's not told for us to do it, but it's mentioned for Pharaoh, we should probably take a deeper look into these birthdays, right? Now, did you know that birthdays are the highest holiday for Satanists? The highest of all holidays in the satanic religion is the date of one's birth. Alright, this is in direct contradiction to the holy of the holy days. Right? Now why is that? Because it's all about self on your birthday, right? You're worshiping yourself. Alright, now that's one source. We go to another one. Same thing. Birthdays, pagan, occult origins. Alright, the highest of all holidays in the satanic religion is the date of one's own birthday. Okay? One more link on the church of Satan.com is, what's that? Alright, Satanism is self-centered religion. The highest holiday of the year would be the Satanist's own birthday. Alright, we got 3 different links telling you. But when is your real birthday? Because when you go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, right? It says, Hawa formed the man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living soul. Alright? So, this is when man became alive. Alright? So you are a soul in a body, not a body with a soul. And we get that when you go up to verse 1 of Genesis chapter 2. It says, Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. Alright, so that was at the end of the 6 days. The heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. Now when you go back, Genesis got so many jewels in it that when you read it over and over again, you'll start finding more and more things. And when you go back and really think about it, all the host of them is referring to everything, all the souls. Because all the souls that were ever made were made in the beginning, including your soul. Alright? And before we get to the meditative scripts, because usually I just read scripts, we just meditate, and that's it. But we're going to hop around a little bit. This is the expanded edition. So, it says in 2 verse 7, right? Man of the dust of the ground, Hawa formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living soul. And we go over to Ecclesiastes, right? Chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the Ruach, the Spirit, shall return unto Hawa, who gave it. Okay? So, this flesh is just part of the dust. But that Ruach, the Spirit, returns to Hawa. Because he's the one that gave it the Spirit when he breathed into man, right? Alright, let's go over here to Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 4. Behold, all souls are mine. Alright, hold on, let's start at verse 3. As I live, says Hawa, ye shall not have occasion anymore to use this proverb in Israel. Behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sins, it shall die. See that? So all the souls are Hawa's. Now that's if you have a soul. So we might have some people walking around today that don't have no soul. Alright, that's just flesh. Alright. Let's get it over here in Enoch. Alright. First Enoch, chapter 22, 2 through 4. Then Raphael, one of the holy angels who were with me, answered and said, these are the delightful places where the spirits, Ruacheth, the souls of the dead, will be collected. For them were they formed. And here will be collected all the souls of the sons of men. These places in which they dwell shall they occupy until the day of judgment and until their appointed period. Alright? This is when Enoch was taking the Torah, right? And he seen all the souls that were dwelling in sheol. Alright? Now, let's skip over here to Exodus. Chapter 32. Verse 32. Yet now, if you will forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray you, out of your book, Sefer, which you have written. Alright? And Hawa said unto Moshe, whosoever has sinned against me, him will I blot out of my Sefer. So what's this talking about? We're talking about the book of life that was written with the Sefer which you have written. Alright? This is the book of life that was already written. Alright, and this is before Moshe. Now we can verify this when we go over to Psalms. Psalms chapter 69. Alright. Verse 27. Add iniquity unto their iniquity, and let them not come into your righteousness. Let them be blotted out of the Sefer of the living, and not be written with the righteous. So it's already written. The book of life. And this is way back then. This is way before we was born. Alright? So we're going to get it. Okay? These scripts that we about to get into, these is all about Hawaii knowing you before you was even born. Okay? Because this day that you so-called are born on earth, it should be called a flesh day and not a birthday. This is when you entered into your flesh. Now, it does play a role too, because you have to live out what's already written. Alright? It's already written, no prophecy of what you gonna do. But this is not when you was born. Because all the souls were made in the beginning. Now let's get it. Now we about to read. I just wanted to get that established. Alright. Let's go on over here to Isaiah chapter 49. Verse 1. It reads, Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. Hawaii has called me from the womb. From the belly of my mother has he made mention of my name. And he has made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand has he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver has he hid me, and said unto me, You are my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with Hawaii, and my work with my Elohim. And now, says Hawaii, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Hawaii, and my Elohim shall be my strength. And he said, It is a light thing that you should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. And I will also give you for a light to the other nations, that you may be my salvation, that's hijack, unto the end of the earth. Thus says Hawaii, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One. To him whom man despises, to him whom the nations abhor, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship, because of Hawaii that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose you. Thus says Hawaii, In an acceptable time have I heard you, and in a day of salvation have I helped you. And I will preserve you, and give you for a covenant of the people, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, that you may say to the prisoners, Go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that has mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them. And I will make all my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from north and from west, and these from the land of Sinim. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains. For Yahweh has comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted. But Zion said, Yahweh has forsaken me, and my master has forgotten me. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget you. Behold, I have graven you upon the palms of my hands. Your walls are continually before me. Your children shall make haste, your destroyers, and they that made you waste shall go forth of you. Lift up your eyes round about, and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to you. As I live, says Yahweh, you shall surely clothe you with them all, as an ornament, and bind them on you as a bride does. For your waste and your desolate places, and the land of your destruction, shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants, and they that swallowed you up shall be far away. The children who you shall have after you have lost the other, shall say again in your ears, the place is too strait for me. Give place to me that I may dwell. Then shall you say in your heart, who has begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children, and am desolate, a captive, and removing to and fro? And who has brought up these? Behold, I was left alone. These? Where had they been? Thus says Yahweh, behold, I will lift up my hand to the other nations, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring your sons in their arms, and your daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be your nursing fathers, and their queens your nursing mothers. They shall bow down to you with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of your feet. And you shall know that I am Yahweh, Yahweh. For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? But thus says Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contends with you, and I will save your children. And I will feed them that oppress you with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. All flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Alright? All praises to Yahweh. We're going to go over here to, we'll go to Jeremiah now.